Chief Meteorologist here, Chris Holcomb, live with you on 985 right at the Hall and Gwinnett County line. We have breaking news to tell you about right here. This is a multi-car accident, which is on 985 northbound. We're right now just south of the Lake Lanier Islands Exit, which is Exit 8. So this is between the Buford Exit and the Lake Lanier, or the Friendship Road Exit and the Lake Lanier Exit here. On 985. You can see these cars there. Multi-car accident. There is an ambulance on scene. We have seen another ambulance come down the southbound side. They're going down to the next exit to come back up to assist. So we do think that there are some injuries here with multiple ambulances that are coming to this scene. The entire northbound lane of 985 here. Again, this is south of Flowery Branch. Again, south of that Lake Lanier Islands exit, where we have multiple cars here that have gone into the median. You can see those that are off on the side of the road that came off the road. Stephen just showed you earlier the one that with the smashed front end there as well. You can see that. And then as we kind of zoom to the right, there's the car that's got a lot of damage with it. Look now over to the right, and you can see the cars that spun off of the interstate and are now up that embankment where folks are standing around. The ambulance is just about to move by here. I'm not sure if they actually loaded anybody on there or not, but another ambulance did come down the southbound lane that they're about to come back up the northbound lane. So additional ambulances have been called to this scene there. And the northbound lane is shut down on 985. Now, as we come back here, Stephen's kind of showing us there. You see those cars. Now go back up. There are other cars. Of course, we have to see these other 18-wheelers coming by. There are other cars there that are smashed up against that median kind of thing, the metal rails coming up with the wires there. Some of those cars, and if you go back a little bit more, you can see the ones that are smashed up against that right there. Those cars are all piled up along that median as well. So this is just an example of what we're watching. If you're thinking, hey, I'm going to get out, things are fine, the problem is you might think it's fine and you start going a little faster and getting a little bit confident, and then you could spin out, or someone around you could spin out, and then it turns into something like this. On 985, again, multiple cars involved. The northbound lane is shut down right now until they can clean this off, and multiple ambulances have been here, whether or not these are just checking on the injuries or if they're actually transporting people. So I think what happens a lot of times with this, people will see they'll be driving along there, maybe 30, 45, maybe 50 miles an hour. I don't know how fast any of these people are going, but then it takes just one car to spin out, or there be an accident, and then it just piles up back behind, because then the cars behind them aren't able to slow down on this slushy, slick road. It looks like they're trying to let a couple of cars kind of navigate through those lanes, as they still have a lot of cars that are on the side, so they might be trying to let a couple of cars come through here. But the traffic is backed up here well behind. Now, the problem also is not only the slick road that we have right now, the visibility is low. I don't think I can see a quarter of a mile ahead of us right now. Probably less than a quarter of a mile ahead of us. So that's another thing, that if a car spins out or there's a wreck, and you're moving at a higher rate of speed, you may not see that wreck until it's too late. And that's why you see a lot of those cars that are up the embankment who had to swerve off of 985 in order to avoid the cars that were in a wreck. So an example with breaking news that we have right now of what can happen on these roads. And we still have snow coming down right now up in this area of right on the Hall Gwinnett County line. The responders here are from Gwinnett County, but I think we're really close to that Hall Gwinnett County line. Maybe the responders came from Gwinnett from the south side coming up into this area. Rachel, I know that you're probably keeping an eye on this as well in the traffic center. I don't know if you have any additional information based on what we're seeing you here on scene.
So GDOT hadn't even reported this crash, Chris, so it's good that you're out there. I was seen slowing in that area and starting to get suspicious. I'd seen reports of possibly ice in the area, and now this is a camera showing the northbound northbound side approaching that crash that he was just telling us about before Friendship Road. You could see folks are stuck here on the roadway. Some of them, it looks like, trying to turn around, barely able to move here. So I-85 is your alternate. But again, I really don't want you to be driving out on the roadways. So please just avoid it if possible, because these conditions are really difficult. And you saw the result from Chris's truck camera there, a really bad situation there, and we've seen a few others as well. Want to go to this next slide to show you this graphic about a crash on I-85 southbound, really in the same area before Hamilton Mill Road in Gwinnett County. That crash luckily has begun to clear. As I go back to the camera, you can see the conditions there, still a bit slow southbound, but we've had several areas be reported as hazardous as well. Forsyth County put out an alert through their alert app, pretty much saying that all roads in Forsyth are hazardous. Dahlonega down to Cumming, going to be a tough go of it. In fact, had a crash northbound on Georgia 400 before Pilgrim Mill, which at times may have shut down all lanes. However, I spoke on the phone with Forsyth County. They told me that the roadway is open. Again, I really don't want you to be driving on Georgia 400, even if it is open. If you have no choice, Highway 9 would be your alternate. And I've seen several other crashes reported in Forsyth County on Georgia 400 on those side roads, specifically on Pilgrim Mill Road, east of Georgia 400. There have been several closures at times. Forsyth County has been sending out alerts all morning about certain intersections on Pilgrim Mill that have had to be closed because of crashes there. So all of this just good examples of why you need to stay off the roadways. Unfortunately, Jonathan and Faith, not seeing what we saw last weekend. People are driving. We are seeing the result of that.